Hi guys, welcome back. This is Sneha this side from ITM Skills University, and let's upgrade. So, today we have Vinay Israni sir, and he is a highly professional IT person. He has started his journey from being a software engineer to actually now he is playing a role of managerial roles. To be more precise, he is currently the vice president of information technology at Access Capital Limited. Hi, sir. Welcome
Hi.
to this campus.
Hi,
And
Sneha.
first, I would want you to give a brief introduction about yourself, of your journey from the start till now.
So I've done my engineering, from Thadumalsani Engineering College, and before that also I was very focused to do my, background in IT. So I did my diploma also in IT from Bombay Institute of Technology. Then I joined a very small company which used to deal only into fintech applications, and moving from there, I worked with one of the biggest boruses in the world, and currently I'm working with Access Capital and managing their technology team. Um, I still am a coder at heart, and I have not left coding. So far. I mean, I don't do very extensive applications, but I have kept myself abreast. Just to be updated and to help my organization in whatever best way I can. Coming here was a very good experience for me because I got to connect, back with college and the teens who really want to learn about the corporate culture as well as technology. And I do want to share whatever insights best possible I can share with them.
Thank you so much, sir. So you have seen this whole beta campus of us. So comparatively, when you were in your engineering days and now this campus, so what is the difference that you see, and how do you feel the energy of this campus?
So this campus is actually, very different. I mean, compared to what I learned about, the ITM college and ITM College of Engineering, and the other subsidiaries which it has. But this specific, you can say incubator which has been created within the ITM, that's Let's Upgrade, which is managed by your team, is completely a refreshing logic. People want to learn in an unconventional way. I feel the conventional way of schooling, especially after COVID, which migrated to the online learning, has changed the way how the edtechs actually run. People are coming back to college and having a small unit within the college and driving this is really good thing. And I hope it helps the students to come out and do whatever they want, because today we need people who are specialized in certain things, not having just a general degree, which may be helpful for them, but at the same point of time the industry demands specialized knowledge into certain domains.
So how was your interaction with these
Interaction with
students?
students was very good. I have never had so many questions being asked by the students so far, because like I said, in the conventional education background, it always used to be like really one-sided discussion. You go for lectures, you teach them whatever is designed as per the
Yeah.
curriculum, and then student asks just questions related to that. But this specific juncture where these students are just starting their journey into education, I think they are in first semester.
Yeah.
And they already have so many questions about their career, so you feel they are aware today, and which is good, because they have the right to choose, or they have the right to have the career path in what they like. It is not restricted to one of the movies where it used to be like only either a doctor or an engineer. Even within, say, engineering or IT, there are multiple subdomains, microservices, where people want to learn and offer their skills. And I think this medium will help them to actually explore what they want to do. And with today's interaction, I did feel that they are very straight oriented with what they want to do, or at least they have a gist of how do they want their career to frame out to be, and their questions were all aligned with that.
Got that. So we spoke about the updates that you were saying regarding the technologies.
Right.
So how do you keep yourself updated with all these new or the other things? We know how it is growing at a fast pace. So how do you keep yourself updated?
See, in the industry like finance, you are already updated because first is you hear about other companies which are dealing into this, and what your competitors are doing, a way to catch up with them, a way to beat them on the street. And that's why you want to do something better, and that's why you keep yourself abreast with whatever latest is coming in the market. Second is the way of coming down to an institution like ITM and Let's Upgrade, where actually you feel that students are more advanced with what they are
Advanced.
learning, and then you want to catch up with them and know what do they exactly think about these technologies. And yeah, obviously the third is just trying to go back to books, see whatever is extensively researched, and how you can actually learn, explore, and implement those technology or even other literature into your current life.
So how about, see, you being in a leader role, how do you make sure that your team is also updated with the same things? How, like, do you do some practices, some or the other hobbies that should be done ki हाँ मैं अगर ये चीज से updated हूँ, even you all should be some or the other way updated with it.
So it's very difficult, to actually just catch up with what people want to do, because unfortunately, even companies are always focused to make people learn what is very equivalent or required for their functioning.
Yeah.
Okay, not that okay tomorrow a person will get up and say I want to learn a guitar, or I want to learn a specific technology. If that technology may not be useful for us, the companies don't promote it so much, which I don't think should be the right way to progress it. Yes, companies always have a ROI, even in be it educating or being the advancement of their employees. But again, they should be a little more open to keep the bucket list open for all the employees, so that sometimes external technologies or way of implementation in other domains could help give you insight. There are specific courses which are held which can really help you brainstorm on certain technologies, and then people like, okay, this could I address this problem much more easy in a much more easier fashion. So we try to talk to our team members. We see whatever their day-to-day issues are, how certain technologies can help them boost up their skills, not just in their current application which they are using, or the support where they are providing, but also tomorrow if we bring in this application, they should be abreast with that knowledge. So I won't lie that we are not up to the mark there. We are unable to cater to that requirement, but at least we are trying, by empaneling them with forums where edtech forums where such courses are available. We have certain meets, organized by fixed conferences and stuff, where these people can go and see what the new technology is coming and how people are getting refreshed with that.
And like, any advice for these students to stay updated on the same?
I don't think they need advice or gyan in terms of what technology is being used, because they already have so much of literature available online. They're already connected with many people on LinkedIn, and they are tracking them, seeing what is happening currently in the industry. Only advice, and which I discussed with the team, is also they are at a nascent stage, at their first semester learning this particular course.
Right.
And they luckily the the ITM management has already designed the course in such a way that the internship is not going to be directly at the end of their curriculum, but in between also. I would just recommend that they do have certain maybe industry experts or courses which will help them decide their internship, so that they by the time they are ready to take up be it your further education or jobs, they know what
exactly
they want to do.
Right.
And they have that decision marker already there in place for them. So that part, if it is incorporated in a way where before going for internship they have many choices, they already know what has been ruled out and not, that will help them to take the decision for their career much more better.
Got that. And how this BTech is, kind of structured in a way where we have these industry experts coming every week, every time coming, sharing their experience, having session with students. So I want to know, like, what impact does it actually create in these students' mind? Because comparatively to other engineering institutes, they have to do it theoretically, but over here they are getting to do it with their skills and all. So what kind of impact will this
See, I think
given
it makes
future.
them ready for the industry very fast, right? Like during our times, we used to have such internships or even projects only at the fag end of our education career, and then suddenly entering into industry, not knowing what to choose and how to
Right.
start, or they already had a good head start here, I feel. And it's good that they are exposed to good technology, but it is also important that they understand that how much restricted they should be, so that it does not be a overkill for them.
Right.
Like because the industry has not moved to an end where they will keep changing technology every month. Okay, there are obstacles, there are changes which are happening in the industry. We want good resources which we lack today, who are definitely not well trained. Unfortunately, in mass recruitment, these problems do not get addressed, and we have to go with maybe just an aptitude test or be just a mass recruitment exam. But having such course where people have already have dirtied their hand into code will rather help us to change our design patterns, where we will have it modeled in a way that we will choose people only on basis of, say, that okay, they can cater to this particular technology and ask. So I think they have a good head start, and it will help them to chase their career path very easily.
These students are more, into like startup karenge. They have these entrepreneurial think as well. So, what would you suggest? Like, if there are many students we have interacted, so they are like, "अरे startup idea है, मैं करूँगा. 4 years के बाद मेरा इधर से एक बार degree खत्म, I'll do my startup." So, what do you think these students actually should focus directly on their startup, or like job is also at that equal level important for them to start with first?
I am always of a person with a mindset with that you should give them complete freedom. So if they have already made up their mind, there's nothing going to change that, right?
Yeah.
So if a person has a good idea, he knows how to manage things, he knows how will he get the funding, or even without funding, how will he market his idea and get it to the people or to companies, or they should just go with their gut and their instinct. It is also good in worst case scenario, if they fail early, they know
Early.
they mistakes, and still if they want to chase their dreams, they know what to correct in that, rather than reaching at a age or not age exactly, but at a state where there is no looking back and then failing. It becomes a little difficult
Right.
for people to digest that.
Digested, right.
So at a early age, and with having so much of knowledge with technology and the domain expertise, if they already have got that, or taking that decision, I don't think it is a hindrance. Having said that, there could be some people who are not confident about their idea, who still want to do startup or start their own venture and be an entrepreneur, but are unable to capitalize on their ideas. For them, yes, jobs are good, getting into companies which have good base, which have good background, and which can offer such students or learners a good medium to actually learn the horizon of what is happening in the world.
Right.
So that then they can determine whether it was their decision was right to first take some experience and then launch a startup, or it's never late, right? Even if they spend some time with some firms and then still decide that why should I waste time and I just should start my startup, I don't think it is very late. I mean, you should take your time. If you're very confident, go ahead with it. If not, it's always good to be part of a good firm and learn things there.
Any specific skills, or they should be having the focus on, especially being into IT sector? Any specific skills?
I would not keep it restricted to a technology. I would rather just advise them, which I advise in the session also, was please have a eye for detail. In technology, I think that is missing a lot. People are developing things rapidly, very fast. They want to deliver, make a lot of money, but unfortunately, when such applications fail, especially in finance sector, it has a huge impact. And it does not have just huge impact on your application or the firm which you have supplied the application to or for whom you have written it, but it also has an impact on who has supplied it. It takes a lot of toll on the team which has developed it, and ultimately it will not give you also a good effect that okay, I have delivered something but it was not successful. So it's always good to give an eye to detail, or try to test your applications to the death, like see whether it is really working for that particular person or not, because the end consumer experience has now become very dependent on how consistent that application is. We don't want a one night company which comes, gives something new, but disappears the other night. So just have eye for the detail and focus on what you're doing.
You to give some, good advice and words to these students. So, even after 4 years, they have some or the other kind of mentoring words with them.
Just one thing to add from what I'll just continue from what I said, like focus on what you want to do, but keep your mental health as a priority too. Okay. This is an age where you're very energetic, where you want to do a lot of things.
Yes.
But at the same point of time, there is an age to do that things. The fact that education comes in a period of life, learning will never stop, but formal education does have a period associated with it. Enjoy that period, or don't think of just making money, or doing something in startup field just for the sake of it. But do keep in mind that overall life and your work life balance is a lot more important. It is not just a matter of saying it, but you have to gauge what you're doing, restrict yourself at the period where you don't want to, and learn to say no to certain things. It is very important to learn to say no, because in startups people do cross lines. They do whatever is possible to be bypass the system just to make their thing happen, but later they realize that it's too late to come back. So I think learning to say no and having an ethical culture is very important to build a good ecosystem. So learn these things through your career so that you can actually implement it whenever you finish your education, and then whether you want to venture into your own startup, or or join some firm, or but at least these qualities will always help you do whatever you want to do in future.
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
It
All
was
the
a
best.
great session with sir. Thank you again, sir.